such an impact on the Bears defense, and now in the last couple of weeks we started talking about the Bears defense again when Khalil Mack joined the team. Yes. What do you think of him, and how much has he done and can he do both this season and in the next, in the next couple of years? I
couldn't believe we got him in the first place for for nothing. In my opinion, you get a player who's Hall of Fame potential, who's already proven himself to do what he did, and then we get him for 2 first-round picks. He's made a huge difference already. You look at how well they played the first couple of weeks. They've struggled the last couple of weeks. Good offenses, but I'm really excited. I know the city of Chicago's excited. Every Bears fan is excited about the situation, and Mitch is playing well as well, along with Khalil doing a good job on defense.
How important? I just believe that certain teams have to play at a certain style. Basketball, Los Angeles Lakers, it seems only right that they can play Showtime. Chicago Bears, they got to have somebody getting after the quarterback and a great middle linebacker. I just know, as you being a huge fan of the Bears organization, what a get this guy was compared to, it'd be different if they traded for Patrick Peterson, but just because of the style and the culture of the city.
Yeah, he fits. He was the perfect fit for that scheme. Like I said, we stole him. In my opinion, we stole the guy. He's a future Hall of Famer. He came in with impact right away. Week 1, pick 6, couple sacks, caused fumbles. He fits the system there. He fits the city of Chicago with the way he plays football.
People bring up the Khalil Mack, Brian Urlacher comparisons just because they're both dominant linebackers. Yeah. But the player on the Bears that I would imagine is trying to emulate your playing style is not Khalil Mack. It's the rookie, Roquan Smith. And, I mean, that's a top 10 pick out of the University of Georgia, the guy considered most pro-ready of any player in the draft, maybe, other than Saquon Barkley. What have you seen from Roquan Smith that you've liked seeing so far?
He can run. The kid can get to the football. He tackles well. I haven't seen him. They take him off the field quite a bit. I don't know if the situation, what's going on, but I haven't seen him play a whole lot in key situations. But the kid can run. He knows football. He can tackle. He gets there angry. I like that. He has some good collisions, but he's only gonna get better and better. And like you said, he came out of college ready to play in the NFL. He played under Mel Tucker there at Georgia in that defense, and he knew what he was doing when he got there.
We get sent every week, it seems. This new record's been broken as far as scoring. This new record's been broken as far as passing. It is a very different NFL. Forget the one that C played in, then the one you played in, and you retired in 2012. Yeah. When you watch it on Sundays, how much would you have had to adjust your style of play, and how different is it to your eye?
I don't think I had to adjust my style of play, just with the hitting, where you can actually hit a guy this big an area. So that's a little different, but
But that's what you did, though.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
early in my
because of your size,
my size and my height, I think threw a lot of quarterbacks off with the middle read, with the cover 2 we played. So I was lengthy, I was long, I could run a little bit early in my career. So I think I'd be able to fit in. It's just the tackling I think I'd have a hard part with. But the records, like you said, man, it's just every week. Mahomes, I mean, it's exciting to watch, but it's kind of frustrating as well as a defensive player because you can't stop these guys.
We're looking at the NFC North. We seem to talk about it every day. It seems like any team right now can win that division. Who do you like in that division?
Bears.
Okay, that's shocking. And thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.
We got 5 or 6. I think we have 5 division games left, and those are what really matter. CC in that division. The division games really matter. Minnesota's playing well again. They kind of struggled early. Green Bay, you just don't know with their defense or how healthy Aaron is. But as long as Aaron's at quarterback, they're going to have a chance to win a division. But I like the Bears with defense, and they're scoring some points as well.
Let's go ahead, Jenna.
I was going to say you trust Trubisky. I know he said that he had that great game, but is it sustainable?
I think it is. His athletic ability is going to carry him through some tough situations sometimes. And it's fun to see a Bears quarterback be able to run like that and kind of create some plays, not just sit in the pocket, be a sitting duck. He can move around a little bit. Yeah, going around the National Football League, the style of linebackers has somewhat changed. Yourself, unusual size. Came from New Mexico State. New Mexico. New Mexico. But it's in the state of New Mexico. You're right about that. And played defensive back in college. Impressive at the combine. Ran a 4.42, I think. So you knew he was going to be a playmaker. Now looking at linebackers, they're built different. Maybe Dante Hightower in New England, one of the few linebackers like yourself. Now they're going for smaller guys that can play on 3 downs. You were a big guy who could still play on 3 downs. It's changed the game somewhat. The smaller, faster guys. And I think that as many plays they play on defense now, as much as they throw the football, you don't have to worry about the run as much. So they want guys that can run and just get to the football. Fortunately, I was a big guy who could run a little bit, but now they want the small guys who can get to the football.
One of the reasons I brought up the new rules is because what we're seeing is, and we're seeing guys talk about it, they might start playing the style of defense that your Super Bowl team played, which was attack the football. Instead, and not just necessarily try to attack the player, but Peanut Tillman, yourself. I mean, you guys were historic on just going after the football. I feel like Peanut almost invented the peanut punch, I guess.
He did.
And so is that something that you think teams can learn, can teach, that we're going to try to, instead of just attacking the ball carrier or the quarterback, trying to force turnovers since it's so hard to prevent yards?
Well, more possessions is good for your offense, obviously, during the game, but you got to be aware. You know, if a guy's got him stood up, go get the ball. That's what Charles was so good at, besides just his hand-eye coordination. He knew when to punch the ball out. Same way with the guys on defense. We practiced it all week long. It's all Coach Smith preached, and our whole staff, get the ball, get the ball. The more possessions you have for your offense, the better. And not just your offense, but scoring on defense as well.
Well, that's what I was. It wasn't. You guys didn't just force turnovers. You guys were better than any team I can remember at taking advantage of the ball on defense. That if you force the turnover, it's not just about getting your offense on the field. It's about preventing your offense from going on the field because you guys are scoring touchdowns.
And we didn't practice. And that's the only reason we were so good, I believe, is every day if there's a ball on the ground, whether it was a fumble or incomplete pass, we picked it up and scored.
I've learned so much about what the Hall of Fame was like just from Chris's perspective, and he's told us so many stories. What was it like this past year for you? What stands out for you?
I didn't know what to expect going. I knew it was going to be a whirlwind, and they tell you, get ready, get ready. You know, it's just, you know, give your speech, it's easy. It's not like that. It's
why?
Just you get caught up in the moments. At the Nitschke luncheon on Friday, I was just talking to Chris about, I just sat in that room for an hour and a half and listened to all these guys talking. I could have sat there for 5 hours and listened. It's just amazing to be in that room around that great of players and to be a part of that. Just, it still catches me up and out, you know, thinking about it, looking back into my family being there, my friends, some of my teammates. It was awesome.
Now, you see, now you're a quarterback in the league. You can't be crying, but you get a gold jacket on, you get some jewelry, you get a ring, you get Mean Joe Green, you get Dick Buckus, Jim Brown, Marcus Allen. Like these guys start saying things, and you got caught up. You didn't even think about it, but you got caught up seeing that, wow, this is even more special being there, and especially that Ray Nitschke luncheon that had an impact on you.
It's huge. It's important. You know, and you don't realize it till you go and you're a part of it and you see everything, but it's definitely important. It's important to me. It's important to every guy that's in that room as well.
Chris has talked about Chris's older brother played in the NBA for 8 years, correct?
Yes.
And when Chris first got to the NFL, he said, I'm going to play in the NFL longer than my brother played in the NBA. And then he changed his goal to, I'm going to make more Pro Bowls than my brother had seasons in the
Yeah, I was trying to rub it in.
Continue to stick it to Bush, right? And at some point along the what point in your career, coming out of New Mexico, did you start to say to yourself, even if you wouldn't say it publicly, I think I'm going to get into Canton? That's on the radar for me.
Never thought about it when I played. The big talk came when I retired. I didn't play to make it to the Hall of Fame. I played because I love the game. I love my coaches. I love my teammates. Football was a bonus for me. It's so fun to be out there. Obviously, we make good money, but it's just so fun. I love going to work every day. I love being around my teammates. The Hall was never an afterthought for me. I was just happy to be in the NFL. You know, coming from where I came from, I was happy to get drafted, happy to go to the Bears, and 13 years was just a bonus for me. But you know, the Hall talk started coming after I retired, and that's when I started realizing, you know what, you might be able to get in here, but never when I played.
Chris brings his bust to and from work every day. He carries it on the subway.
That's heavy.
Sometimes it's annoying, but other times we get it. You know, it's in the morning meeting. It's actually right back in the green room. How has this changed your life? Has it? Because Chris talks a lot about how it did change his life.
My day-to-day life, it didn't change. You know, I think professionally, you're in that category. You're a Hall of Famer. You were talking earlier with Coach about the 318 guys who are in that category. You're part of that, but my day-to-day life is the same. I'm still dad to my kids. I'm still my brother. I mean, same stuff there, but you are listed now as a Hall of Famer. When you go places like Hall of Famer, Brian Lirlacher, and every time I sign my name, I can't wait to write HOF 2018 on there. It's exciting for me.
Tell us why you're here today.
I'm here to show my hair, you know.
Oh, yeah.
CC saw me back and I played. I didn't have any hair. So I've had, it's funny when people see me who I played against or that know me and didn't know I got hair, they're like,
Because you were famous. You weren't
for the
just
bald head.
You were famously bald.
Super bald. Yeah.
Super bald.
But I had a good shaped bald head, so it was okay. And I didn't want to hold on. I could have held on, and I had some divots there going in the front. But you know, you get made fun of in your locker room enough by Lance and Charles and those guys. You just kind of go, oh, I'm taking it off. Right. But I got a procedure done in 2013, and now I'm the spokesman for Restore Hair, and it's unbelievable. My wife likes it. More importantly, my kids are cool with it, so I enjoy it so far.
No, it looks good. That's the most important.
Yeah, more importantly, it looks pretty good on me. And
yes, no, absolutely.
I hadn't seen myself with hair since I was a kid.
Well, and if you weren't so famously bald, no one would know you had gotten the procedure. You just had like an iconic shaved head, steam coming off it, playing for the Bears.
I still get some guys be like, "Hey, how'd you start growing your hair back?" It's been 4 years. They're like, "How did?" There's some guy on Twitter there. I was like, "When did you get hair? You look different."
Right.
There's iconic jobs in sports. People say, "Man, I'd love to pitch for the Yankees, be the shortstop for the Yankees." But there is none greater than being the middle linebacker. And let's look at Buckus, Singletary, Lirlacher is one of the greatest legacies in all sports. One of the great players, all-round great guy. And I know one thing, your mom's very, very proud of.
Thanks, Cece. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thanks for being with us.
Brian, thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything. Got to take a break. Coming up, Deion Sanders joins us. That's next for 6 First.
Okay.
My man.
Let's do this.
Now you can have some fun.
Looking good as usual. Oh, boy, Black don't.